Hi everyone and welcome back. It's Betty here and I'm so excited you're joining me for today's video. Before we get into today's topic, make sure to hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love seeing where my amazing audience is from. Now, let's dive in. You know that feeling when you stand up too fast, and suddenly the room tilts just a little? Or when you're walking through your living room, and your foot catches on the rug, just for a second, but it's enough to make your heart race? If you've ever had a close call like that, you're not alone. In fact, falling is one of the biggest fears for people over 65, and for good reason. One bad fall can change everything. But here's the thing, losing your balance isn't just some inevitable part of aging. There are real, fixable reasons why it's happening, and today, I'm going to share 3 simple steps you can take right now to steady yourself, stay strong, and avoid a life-altering fall. Let's start with something you might not expect, your feet. Yes, your feet. If you've been wearing the same slippers or shoes for years, they might be secretly sabotaging your balance. Think about it, worn-out soles, floppy support, even a slight heel can throw off your center of gravity without you realizing it. And if you've lost some sensation in your feet, which happens to a lot of us as we get older, your brain isn't getting the signals it needs to keep you stable. So here's the first fix, trade those slippery slippers for shoes with real grip. Look for something with a wide, non-slip sole and good arch support. Even walking barefoot on carpet can be safer than shuffling around in loose slippers. Try this today, stand up and test how your feet feel. Do they grip the floor, or do they slide? Small changes here can make a huge difference. Now, let's talk about your legs, specifically, the muscles you might not be using enough. If you've noticed your legs feeling weaker, or if you need to push off the arms of a chair to stand up, that's a red flag. Weak thigh and calf muscles are a major reason seniors lose balance. But the good news? You don't need a gym or heavy weights to strengthen them. Here's the second fix, practice sitting to standing exercises every day. Sounds simple, right? But this is powerful. Start by sitting in a sturdy chair, no armrests, cross your arms over your chest and stand up slowly, using only your legs. Then sit back down with control. Do this 5 to 10 times in a row, twice a day. If it's too hard at first, use a pillow to raise the seat height. This one move builds the exact muscles you need to catch yourself if you trip. And here's something else that might surprise you, dehydration can make you unsteady. Even mild dehydration slows your reflexes and makes you dizzy. If you're not drinking enough water because you're worried about bathroom trips, that's actually putting you at greater risk. So the third fix? Sip water consistently throughout the day. Keep a glass by your bedside, drink a full cup with meals, and set a reminder if you need to. Your brain and muscles need hydration to react quickly. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I've always been steady on my feet, why is this happening now? Well, age does change things, but that doesn't mean you have to accept feeling shaky. The key is to act before a fall happens. And here's the best part, these fixes don't take much time or money. Better shoes, a few daily exercises, and staying hydrated, these are small steps with huge payoffs. You've taken the first steps, you're wearing better shoes, doing those sit-to-stand exercises, and staying hydrated. That's fantastic. But here's something you might not realize, even if your legs are strong, your balance can still betray you if your brain and eyes aren't working together the way they used to. Think about the last time you turned your head quickly and felt a little dizzy, or when you walked into a dimly lit room and hesitated for a second before taking another step. Those moments aren't just random, they're clues that your balance system needs fine-tuning. Let's start with your vision. After 65, your eyesight changes. Maybe you've noticed it takes longer to adjust from bright light to darkness, or that your depth perception isn't as sharp as it once was. That's normal, but it also means you can't rely on your eyes alone to keep you steady anymore. Here's what you can do, practice balancing without looking down. Sounds scary at first, but stay with me. Next time you're standing in line or brushing your teeth, try keeping your gaze straight ahead instead of staring at your feet. At first, you might feel a little wobbly, but that's your brain relearning how to use signals from your feet and inner ear, not just your eyes, to keep you upright. Start with just 30 seconds at a time near a counter or wall you can grab if needed. Over time, this simple habit rebuilds your body's natural stability. Now, let's talk about your inner ear, that tiny but mighty system that acts like your body's built-in level. If you've ever had vertigo or felt unsteady after a head cold, you've experienced how delicate this system can be. The good news? You can strengthen it with one surprising move: head turns while standing. Here's how: stand tall, hold onto a chair back if needed, turn your head slowly side to side while keeping your eyes focused straight ahead. Do this for 30 seconds, once or twice a day. If that's easy, try it while standing on a cushioned surface like a folded towel. This gentle challenge trains your inner ear and brain to work together better, so sudden movements won't throw you off as easily. Here's another hidden balance saboteur: stiff ankles. Watch how most seniors walk, tiny shuffling steps with hardly any ankle movement. That's a recipe for tripping. Your ankles need to be mobile to adjust to uneven surfaces like sidewalks or grassy areas. Try this while watching TV tonight: trace the alphabet with your toes. Sit in a chair, lift one foot slightly off the floor, and pretend your big toe is a pencil writing each letter in the air. Do this for just one alphabet per foot daily. It seems silly, but this strengthens all those tiny stabilizing muscles that help you recover when you stumble. Now, I know some of these exercises might feel strange at first. You might think, I've walked just fine for decades, why change now? But here's the truth: your body adapts to what you ask of it. If you only do slow, careful movements, that's all your balance system will be prepared for. By adding these small challenges, you're giving your body the practice it needs to handle real-world situations, like catching yourself when you slip on a wet floor or regaining your footing when someone bumps into you. Remember Mrs. Thompson from our community? She started these exercises after her near fall in the grocery store. At first, she could barely balance while turning her head. But after 3 weeks, she told me she could walk across her living room in the dark to answer the phone without hesitation. That's the power of consistent, small efforts. By now, you've got the tools: stronger legs, sharper vision-to-brain connection, and more mobile ankles. But here's what I've learned after helping hundreds of seniors regain their confidence: knowledge alone isn't enough. The real magic happens when we put it all together into a simple daily practice that becomes as natural as brushing your teeth. And more importantly, we need to address the fear that's been holding you back, because nothing sabotages balance faster than anxiety itself. Let's start with what I call the 5-minute balance booster. This isn't some complicated routine, just 3 moves you'll do every morning right next to your bed or kitchen counter. First, stand tall and do 5 slow sit-to-stands. Remember those from part 1? Then hold the counter with one hand and practice your head turns for 30 seconds. Finish by writing the letter through E with each foot. That's it. The secret is doing this consistently, every single day, to remind your body how to move with confidence. You're not just exercising, you're reprogramming your nervous system to expect stability. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: fear. Remember how you used to walk without thinking? Now you might catch yourself gripping handrails too tightly or shuffling cautiously across rooms. That tension actually makes falls more likely. Here's the game changer: breathe like you're balancing. Next time you feel unsteady, pause and take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2, then exhale slowly for 6 seconds. This simple act tells your panicked nervous system, we're safe. Do this breathing exercise 3 times whenever you're about to walk somewhere that makes you nervous, like getting up at night. The most powerful tool might surprise you: controlled stumbling. I know it sounds scary, but stay with me. With a sturdy chair in front of you and maybe a loved one nearby, practice letting yourself lose balance slightly, then recover. Start by leaning forward just enough that you need to take a quick step to catch yourself. This trains your reflexes, so if you do trip in real life, your body remembers how to react automatically. Think of it like fire drills. You practice when it's safe so you're prepared if an emergency happens. Let me share a story about my neighbor, Mr. Henderson. After his wife passed, he became so afraid of falling that he stopped going to his gardening club. We worked on these exact steps, the daily booster, the breathing, even practicing small stumbles near his sofa. 6 months later, not only was he back to gardening, he took his grandkids bowling for the first time in years. That's what happens when you replace fear with preparation. Remember, falling isn't inevitable. Your body was designed to move with grace at any age. It just needs the right reminders. I'd love to hear in the comments, which of these tips are you trying first? Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step towards steadier days. If this helped you, pay it forward, share this video with a friend who worries about their balance. And don't forget to subscribe for more ways to live boldly after 60. Here's to standing tall, stepping sure, and enjoying every moment without fear holding you back. You've got this.